Welcome to Skyward Educator Access Plus training. Next to our Home tab, we have our Teacher Access tab. If we click our Teacher Access tab, we will see a few links. Again, these links are determined by your security credentials. My first link is the My Students link. This will display all of your students in ascending order by last name. The data shown in the My Students link is basic student demographic information. Last name, first name, middle, email, def-ent equals default entity, which is the student's current school number. For example, Central students would be entity 139, and Anthony Carnevale students would be entity 125. S stands for status, active or inactive. Age, G for gender, GR for grade, primary guardian, and phone number. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see how many records are being displayed on screen. Right now, I have 20 records being displayed. If I want to move this, increase or decrease, I can hit the drop-down arrow and change to 10 records being displayed, or 50 records being displayed. I will keep mine at 20 records being displayed. If I want to move to the next page, I can use these arrows and move back. Or, if I want to move to the last page, I could use this arrow. And back to the first page, I could use this arrow. If I wanted to search for a student, I can do so by typing in their last name into the search field in the bottom right-hand corner. To search for Clark, it will show the first occurring record of the last name that I search. I will type in Clark. If you have two students with the same last name, Skyward will look at the last name and then the first name in alphabetical order. Clark Christopher and Clark Miles. If I didn't know the student's whole last name, I can type in part of the last name and it will highlight the first occurrence of what I typed in. For example, if I want to find Joseph, I could just type in J-O. And it will find the first occurrence of what I typed in. Joseph, right there. If I want to refresh my search, I can simply click the Teacher Access link and My Students link. Now the page is refreshed by last name in ascending order. You can also sort any field by ascending or descending order. If I click any field header, I can sort by ascending or descending order. Same with grade, ascending, descending order. Age, ascending, descending. If I want more information on my students, I can click their first name or last name. It works the same, and I can see more demographic information on my student. For example, basic profile information, address, name, phone number. I could see their attendance and their schedule, their add drop, entry withdrawal records, and basic information. If I want to go back, I could hit the back arrow, and the back arrow, and the back arrow again. Now back to My Students link. If I want to export all my students to Excel, I can hit my Export to Excel option, Export to Excel, and hit Export. The export file is complete. I could hit Download Exported File, and a message will pop up at the bottom, and I will say Open. I will click Yes. Do I want to open the file? And here's all my students exported to Excel with the basic information that is displayed on the screen. I'll X out of that. This option here is the chart option. I can also build charts based on the information on the screen, displaying the column graph to whatever I'd like. If I don't want to export the information to Excel, but I do want to list printed out of all my students' information, I can hit the print icon and it will export like so. If I want to hide these headers at the top, I could simply just click hide whatever ones I do not want to show. For example, if I didn't want to show the default entity, I could hide that, and so on. And that just about wraps up the My Students link. If we hit our Teacher Access, we will go to our next link, which is the My Classes link and Post Daily Attendance link. I will skip those for right now and get to those in a later training. The next link is the My Students with Disabilities, My LEP Students, and My Section 504 Students. These three links work pretty much exactly the same. If I click My Students with Disabilities, it will show all of my students with disabilities. Currently, I have no records displayed, which means that I have no students with disabilities in any of my classes. My LEP students, if I click that link, I will see one student with an LEP. If I hit my drop down on that student, I will see more information regarding the LEP details. If I go to my Section 504 students, it works exactly the same. I will see the student, Ryan, with Section 504. If I hit the drop down, I will see more details based on his 504. Thank you for watching this video.